So yeah, basically, last time you guys were down in, you had just finished up fighting all of the ghost pirates and the vampires, except for the one that escaped. Um, but you guys looked around. You did try checking into that grate that was in that room that had the blood fountain, but you realized very quickly that there was some kind of darkness that was enveloping it, that was like had a chill to it, that when you put a torch down through, you could not see down into the bottom side, into the lower deck. Um, After that, you guys went over into where the dining hall was. It was in there. You were looking for the vampirate, but you started swiping a few of the bottles of wine that were on the wall. Uh, in addition to that, there was also a piano that was
worth of wine.
Yeah. There was a piano that was playing a sonorous lament that was known as Floating Through the Fog. And Rook had the idea of changing one of the notes on that sheet music, which ended up clearing up the fog that was surrounding the boat. It was then that you guys were able to see out onto the what is that, the bow versus what's the back of the ship?
The prow.
Stern.
Aft.
Or yeah, aft. It's aft. Yeah, you guys looked out to the aft of the boat, and you saw Captain Dunburu back there as he was attacked by a shark. You then watched him come back up victorious in his battle with the shark. From there, you guys went up to, you were going to go and go upstairs to the next level following the spiral staircase that was there, which there were two statues of Grim Reapers next to it that swiped at you every time you went up. But after figuring out ways around trying to get up there, and these things swinging at you and missing after 3 attempts, each one of the statues stopped attacking, and you guys were able to make it up to the captain's quarters. It was up in the captain's quarters that you were able to find, there was a locked door leading up there, but you guys were able to find the body of a large hulking creature with claws and skulls on its back, as well as finding a lobster dinner that I know Tor was enjoying himself. But just very lavish decor around here. And on top of that, as you guys were searching around, Tor actually looked underneath the bed, ended up finding, was it under there? That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Rook looked under the bed, found a box that had navigation tools, exquisite navigation tools, as well as 100 gold. From there, you heard the sound of somebody calling out to you from one of the 4 doors that were along the walls. When you guys opened them, you saw a woman standing there calling out to you. She explained that she was captured by the pirates and was abused. Between Dawn, Shadow, and Tor, you guys were all able to figure that she was lying to you. And then it was revealed that she was a succubus. She was then joined by an incubus as well as a ghost pirate. The whole time, just trying to get somebody charmed, but you were all fucking passing the wisdom checks.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
You passed out all the intuition.
Yeah, apparently. Man, that was the rough one.
The funny thing is they didn't even try to seduce Tor because he would just gone with it.
Yeah, that was the hardest part for me. So it was after that that you guys, you looked around to the other rooms. There was really nothing in those other ones. You guys then walked out onto the quarter deck. And it was there that you climbed up to the aft castle and headed into the poop cabin. Inside the poop cabin, you guys were able to find a large map that was, after some observation and a little bit of discerning, you're able to realize that it was a magic map that showed the location of various ships within the area around it. But after activating a switch, it actually showed where all of the victims and attacks that this ship has caused to other vessels, where they had taken place and how many souls they had reaped from them, from their locations. This including the Mark for Tor's ship. It was also there that one of you tried grabbing the map and were pricked by the little.
Yeah, that was me.
Little stabbies. But after that, you guys decided to take a rest there, a quick short rest in order to recoup yourselves, before heading down into the lower decks. So that's where we're going to pick up. The hour goes by actually fairly uneventful. Through the back of the poop cabin, you guys are able to see Captain Dunburu back there. At this point, he has completely eaten the shark that was on his boat. And you see that from a chest, a small little box that he keeps underneath one of the seats on this boat, he pulls out a bottle of wine and just starts, having back at that to, wash down the shark chunks.
Good for him.
Said shark chunks.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Yes. Good to know.
Yeah, there was zero suspense when he got drunk.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, in my notes I put that you pointed out to us, or two things that stood out. We didn't see the helm moving when we were out those double doors looking over the...
There was nobody at the helm. Yes.
And then we could see down like a grate towards the room below us, which we were just in. And then it seemed dark.
Yes.
Even though
So
we were in it, it was light.
correct.
So
when you guys were on the quarter deck, you were able to look down through the open grate that is there on the deck, looking down into where you guys fought the vampirates and the ghost pirates with the blood fountain, and you cannot see down into that room, even though you all know that there were, torches burning on the walls.
Yeah.
There were sconces there that should allow you to view into there, but for some reason you cannot.
So, are we concerned, guys, that we couldn't see in there? That the darkness is either moving up or somehow was around us and we didn't know it?
I'm pretty sure the darkness was just down in the room with the blood pit. And we need to head back to there.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe investigate why we should see light from there. We probably.
I think that's the next
Apparently
place we
not.
just have to go at this point.
We've got a lot of staircases to choose from if we want to go below decks next.
Yeah. I'm all about revisiting the blood pit.
Everyone wants to go back and.
Oh, you know
pool of
what? A
blood.
good idea. We should drain a couple of bottles of wine and fill them up with blood.
You know what?
But she's
You're a
doing
smart
that
man.
already.
Let's get to that.
It's been an hour, don't you think? Isn't that what we were doing?
I pull out 4 bottles, and everyone a bottle.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I will say that if you guys are heading back down there, you guys either, however you want to head down there, you guys head back down to the room that had the blood pit, the blood fountain, and you start taking some of the bottles of wine. Where did Rook go?
Hmm.
Huh, that's
No.
weird.
He's on his own adventure.
Move, creature. Rook. There he is. You guys head down there and you start, loading up these bottles with this blood. It's as you're doing this, you're
Hold on. Have we seen anything like,
Wait.
I don't know, ink bottle or something a little bit more delicate?
anymore. I would say that definitely in the captain's quarters there is an inkwell.
Yeah, it would be more effective if we had something fairly delicate, because pouring this out of the bottle is going to be slow, and if you toss one of these, it's probably not breaking.
Or something wider
Improvised
mouthed.
weapon.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, I'm sure
I
Thor could
watched
drink
Rose
over the remedies
McGowan throw a lot of beer bottles at Ghostface, and they all broke when they hit him.
I was thinking about treating it like a weapon oil. Just pour it on my sword and then go at somebody.
Okay,
But,
we're
I
just
mean,
going to
that's
try to
me.
build something a little bit lighter, since he prefers ranged combat and doesn't necessarily have the strength to break a bottle over someone's head.
And Tor's going to stand by the door and scratch at it and go, "I know you're in there."
Okay. So we'll say collectively, maybe whoever wants to fill up these bottles, we will count them as let me see here. Oh wait, that's weird how that does that. Nope, that's not right at all. Here we go. You can use this to coat one slashing or piercing weapon or up to 3 pieces of ammunition. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to count these like based on their size as what would essentially be basic poison vials. So you can take take it from there, splash it onto your weapon, and it would theoretically give you that same effect for a minute.
Okay.
So, should that affect, proc.
If I successfully grapple someone, can I force feed them
Oh.
from the bottle?
Oh, that's terrifying to think of. I mean, it would definitely
scared the shit out of that zombie.
I mean,
you'd
it would
see me do that.
It would definitely be something that they would be trying to pull away from you. So, there's definitely, like some role that we would have to do, but potentially.
With
But I'm going to
sure it
say
would be
that
like
there
opposed
is, I'm going to say that there is a collective of, I'm going to roll a D12. Yeah. Okay.
I have a
So,
question. The actions in combat, the improvise, is that like improvised weapon attack, or what is exactly improvise in actions in combat?
improvise is just anything that's not necessarily covered by, like, the stuff that's in there. Because if you click it, it even says, like, breaking down doors, intimidating enemies, sensing weakness in magical defenses, or calling for a parlay of a foe. So anything that's not that, like, if it would require you to go up and interact with something or to utilize a skill, essentially, that would be something that would be improvised. Now, as for using an improvised weapon, basically with these, you'd be chucking them at an enemy, and with that, you'd have to hit them. And we could say that to a degree it would break open and splash on them.
I would probably like melee break it on them.
Oh, like go up and like smash it on their head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
barroom style.
It's like break the bottle over their head and then stab them with the jagged end. That could be your
so
flurry attack.
um, when we came down, did we peek at the helm and check to see? I don't know what the point of that was. I'm not even
Well-
sure what the helm's where the wheel's at,
Yes.
and it still didn't look like
Nope.
anything was.
There
Okay.
is not somebody steering the ship currently.
Um, Also, when we headed down, did it still look dark through that hole or through the
Yes.
grate? Okay,
Yes.
and now while we're in here, it clearly isn't dark.
Correct.
So, maybe we need to get one of these lanterns that are magic.
The darkness is below us.
No, I thought when we looked
No, so
into
so
the
so the
room we're at,
right,
it
so the
looked dark.
so what Stacy's saying is when you guys were up on the quarterdeck and you were heading up to the poop cabin, she looked down into where the blood fountain would have been. She could not see down there. And in fact, as you guys look up in this room where that grate is, you cannot see the sky above you.
So we're in a room that looks dark from the outside. But
Correct.
it's lit
And
with these magic
right.
things.
And the room below you, like I said, when you look down in the
Yeah,
grate that these blood tubes are coming up out of, you cannot see down into there.
but so do we think we need magic lights like these? They're lanterns or sconces or whatever you said.
I mean,
Um,
they're magical torches.
Yeah, these
If it makes you
lights seem
feel
to be
better to
penetrating
take
the
one, then
darkness.
just take one.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Don't
I'm
don't
gonna
need
try
to
and
ask us about that. Just go ahead and
grab
take
them
one
off
off
the
the wall.
wall.
We're not
Um,
exactly here to
No,
refurbish and
I'm
so-
redo
just
anything, so
explaining in
s-
character why I'd be ripping one off the wall because the whole.
so I would need you to make me a strength check. Because these are affixed to the wall.
How are they fixed to the wall?
Like wood. Basically, it's more decoration that's enchanted with a permanent light spell.
I had a passing question. If I started casting Firebolt, would it look like a ball of light?
That is exactly what it is.
Okay.
Like when you prepare a spell, you cast it and you are now holding it so everyone
Okay.
can see what you're doing.
I was gonna test that in the little hole in the grate
That's
to
up to you if you
see
want
if
to
the
shoot that down.
firebolt, not shoot it, just hold the. That's what I'm saying. Like if it hold the, would that work?
So I legit I'll hold on one second.
I mean, if it seems too much, then I just not. I don't want to shoot it. I'm not trying to cast it. I'm trying to see if there's any other way I can make light.
Okay, so
But
is there any way to get these off the wall that would involve Tinker's tools?
Oh,
don't
I
think-
mean, if you wanted to, I would say with Tinker's tools, you would potentially have. Do you have Tinker's tools?
I have Tinker's tools and a proficiency in them.
Oh, there they are. They're in your bag of holding. Okay. Yeah, I would say that you would have. I would say that you would potentially have like, some kind of small, small collection of tools that maybe allow you to cut one of these off.
Screwdriver.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like a small saw.
okay.
As for how long you can hold a spell is for 6 seconds. Because readying an action, you can only hold it until the start of your next turn, which that
Okay.
is the length of 6 seconds. So you can essentially cast it, and then it is there for 6 seconds, At which
And
point
then it would go off.
it would go
or
off.
Can I can't like retrieve it back in.
Honestly,
Well, if you readied an action and it isn't triggered, then the spell hasn't been used.
right. The only
So
thing
you
is
could repeat
that
every round.
yeah, the only thing is that if you I've
It was a backup idea. My first thought is try to get one of these things off the wall, and if somebody can tinker it off, it's better than trying to rip it off and breaking something. Because I'm willing to try and pull one off, but that's why I explained why I wanted to take one off, in case somebody could do it.
Yeah, no, I'll try to
without
take it off.
breaking it.
I also have a hammer and crowbar. I've definitely got enough tools to get this thing off the wall.
Yeah.
And my strength isn't very good, so if I didn't do well, I'd certainly ask someone else to try and rip one
Well,
off.
strength's not my strong.
Okay. So here it is. If you could ready a spell, say for example, Firebolt, or whatever spell you want to ready. If you do not cast it within the 6 seconds, not only do you lose the spell slot, but you can, at the end of the 6 seconds, you have to determine whether you are fully casting it or whether you're canceling it. But regardless, you would use that spell slot. So if you readied a leveled spell, so let's say you readied Rescue or Witch Bolt, the moment that 6 seconds is over, you have to choose whether you're casting it or canceling it, but you use the slot regardless.
Yeah, I figured that for spell slots. That's why I aimed that up cantrip.
Yeah, I just had to see how they worded it and how I was going to determine it.
I mean, it's a good thing to know if I had something that looked a bit like light that was a spell. I wouldn't want to waste it. But anyhow, if we can get one of these off, I mean, I'm willing to pull one off if we can't.
Well, you know what? I will say that given a few minutes, Rook, why don't you go ahead and roll me a check with proficiency? If you want, you can just click your survival check, and that'll account for the same thing. Yeah, it takes you a couple minutes, but you are able to fully cut this thing off. But as soon as you cut it, like that last fiber of wood, the light on it just diminishes.
Damn it. Did it get any darker?
I mean, yes, because
like
you
in
are
that deep darkness that
no.
I'm expecting.
It's as if the room is now 1/18
oh my goodness.
as bright.
So deep darkness didn't start penetrating.
Right, yeah, the deep darkness from below is not reaching up to suffocate the light in the room.
Huh. It doesn't seem like it was doing what I thought it would anyhow.
Just because he'll cast Thaumaturgy to make the other lights in the room slightly brighter.
Okay. You cast Thaumaturgy and all the lights in the room grow 18% collectively brighter.
No.
Then he shoves the light behind something and whistles.
Because we didn't see him spend 5 minutes taking it off.
Right. You're just sitting there, just like sawing it off. Willow's like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And then all of a sudden, you get to that last and then the light on it just gone. And it's like, oops. Chuck it into that room that you're next to.
I don't know what happened.
Sorry. But yes, you are able to you are able to use Thaumaturgy to brighten up the room ever so slightly.
So it seems my idea didn't work. The the magic just went away.
Magic
As
was
soon as we
inside you
pulled it
all
off.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm better at making things darker than brighter.
Of course you are.
Well, I can make some things really bright, but not for very long, and mostly to sear things with radiant energy.
So I
I
imagine like this whole time, like Dawn Shadow standing next to Tor, just like, she does know my sword can glow, right?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I just wanted to see how long this farce was gonna go on for.
I was loving it the whole
Rook, does,
time.
Rook doesn't even care he's got dark vision, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
we looked
I
down there with
draw
dark vision.
I draw
and it was dark.
Stargazer and start heading towards the stairs because this is getting ridiculous.
All right. You draw Stargazer. What is the? Is that 15 foot?
It's 15 feet of bright light, and then beyond that's another 15 feet of dim light.
Yes. Oh wait,
I
I didn't.
grab a pencil
wanna do
and say,
that.
"No, I draw starlight," and I draw the sword on the wall.
Here we go. There. Yeah, which I think. Oh, it's because you know what? Yeah, it doesn't even matter right now because yeah, there you go. Uh, that is what it would look like right now. You know, like you draw it out, and it's now the room is now aglow with yellow light. All right. So are you guys heading down into the lower part of the ship?
Yes.
It would
Guess who
seem
gets
so.
to go first? Shiny light sword lady.
That is a great question and something that I actively am curious myself.
Yes, I will go first.
Okay. All right. So, we will say maybe who's coming down after?
I will.
Okay. And who is?
I guess I want to be in the middle
All right. So
next.
Tor keeping things coming down as you guys are starting to make your way into the bottom belly of the ship. This is where
Where
things.
did the screen go?
The screen is currently not going to offer you any particular benefit.
So it really just
Give me just 1 second because something fucked up on my side. And I have to put something back on here. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment.
So, did you watch Moon Knight yet, there, Eric?
I did.
Oh, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I admittedly don't know a lot about Moon Knight. When I was reading comics, he wasn't really a character they were using at that
Mm-hmm.
time, and so he kind of made his resurgence in comics. While in more recent years, I knew about the associative identity disorder, um, and I know that he's empowered by an Egyptian god. That was about all I knew, and that's really about all they explained. So,
Yeah,
um,
I knew absolutely nothing going into it. So, and I was pleasantly surprised the way they handled like a couple of the fight sequences, especially in the car, which I found very entertaining. It's like
so
he's just sitting there like getting choked out, and the
yeah,
screen just goes black, and he just wakes up to he's got a gun in his hand, he's driving like
and
what?
everyone's dead. And, yeah,
Everyone's dead, all the windows are broken. He's like, whoa!
yeah,
I'm like, I enjoy
that
that.
was pretty cool. But the werewolf fight or whatever that thing was, I
Yeah.
really wish we had seen more of that.
I knew that is how the first episode was going to end. we were going to end on, I thought he was like, we're either going to end on him turning into Moon Knight and we're going to see a flash of his costume. It's like, we're not going to get anything meaningful in the first episode. I knew
Yeah.
that was going to go down, but when you just see him hunched over the thing, just
Hmm.
beating it to death, and he just stands up and walks towards the camera, and the thing faded out. I'm like, God damn it! I knew this was gonna how it was gonna end, but I didn't want it to.
I'm also really pissy about the fact that they only drop one episode at a time.
Yeah, that's getting old. It's getting really old for me.
I was hopefully I was done consuming, media that way.
Yeah, that's the whole point of streaming, is that I just
Hmm.
want to get. It's like I know I'm becoming more and more impatient as I'm getting older, but it's just
Yeah,
I can't. I
I
I
may not make it to next Wednesday. Give me the goddamn Moon Knight now.
yeah. And then the same shit's gonna happen with Kenobi, and I'm like, God damn it! Just give me all 6 episodes, and we'll just take it from there.
Mm.
But I feel like the only reason they're doing this is it's Disney's subscription model. They're only releasing a single new show in these 6 week, like these 5 to 6 week brackets, so that you have to pay for more than 1 month subscription to the
Oh,
service. You can't just binge the entire thing at once. You have to wait
Or you just
across.
wait until it's completely done and over with, and then you binge it.
Yeah, that is something some people can do, but like for someone like for Eric and I, and we just want to watch the fucking thing without being
Yeah.
spoiled about what
Yep.
happens.
Yeah, in
These
this day and
shows
age, you
are,
got to live under a to
yeah.
avoid spoilers.
It
All
took. I
spoilers
had
are in
to
the
wait.
last part of the series, though, so you just wait until a month before the end of it.
Like, I had to wait until last Friday to be able to go see the Batman. That was the longest I've ever had to wait to go see a movie in theaters without getting spoiled about what happens in it. And that was killing me because I wanted to go see that film, but I physically couldn't.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, sorry, good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, that was the first Batman movie that I wasn't really interested in. It didn't have anything to do with Robert Pattinson. It just like I saw the trailer and I was just not turned on by it.
The thing I loved about it was my favorite iterations of Batman have always been the detective.
Hmm.
I want to see Batman being the world's greatest detective. Like, when he's just, slinking around, beating the shit out of people, just being a fucking rageaholic asshole. I'm like, I mean, that is another half of the coin, but that's not what I want out of a Batman film. And they delivered on that very well, and I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Well, that's why they should just develop the Arkham series because, and I don't mean the Arkham show they're developing, but I mean like, the game, the Arkham games, because he
Yes,
does all of that in there.
that like
He
that
does
is
the detective, he does the big fight sequences, he does, he even does the Bruce Wayne.
well, I mean, that's why
Bat
Batman the Animated Series was the best. Was the like honestly is the best version of Batman because that's what he was.
Is this map back up and running yet, or are we just
Yeah,
in the dark?
yeah, no, we're good. So I do
'Cause I still
apologize.
don't have anything on my screen.
Right, yeah, I'm just about to put that up.
Oh, okay.
So, Dawn Shadow, you start walking down the staircase. As you do, the rest of you, Rook, you're following up behind her, and Dawn Shadow, you can see this yourself. As you start to walk down this staircase, you see that you're almost walking into what looks like a cloud of darkness. your feet actually entering into this layer of darkness. And as it starts to hit the slightly less armored or padded parts of your attire, you do get a chill from this. But as you press on down the staircase, eventually you pass through it, and you are now down underneath underneath on this next part of the ship. And down here you can see that just almost immediately there are a few candles burning in what looks to be jail cells. And from everyone else's perspective, as you're starting to head down the stairs, especially Willow and Tor, since Dawn Shadow would be fully immersed down into there as you are still up on top of the staircase, you watch as Dawn Shadow's Stargazer sword, as she descends down the stairs, that light is just kind of snuffed out from your perspective. For Dawn Shadow, it has never gone out. But you guys kind of watch as Dawn Shadow is walking down the stairs, and just you see the light from her sword just kind of, snuff out into nothing, almost to the point where, like, you can maybe make out, like, a pinpoint of light through it. Very similar to how it felt when you looked down into the grate where the blood fountain is.
Yeah.
Where you felt like there was, like, a little pinpoint of light so far off in the distance. But you are all able to walk down, and as you do, you all... Yeah, good.
Is that outside?
Yep, that's outside my window. I am slightly...
Oh, I didn't even hear.
Huh?
Who died?
I don't know yet.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, God. That's an unsettling comment to make. Who died? I don't know yet.
Somebody.
I didn't do it.
Terrifying.
There's a ambulance and police cars just lining our parking lot.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Mine.
Well, it's more than a wellness check. Are the sirens running?
Nope, it's just lights.
Probably a milk run.
Well, there's 2 cop cars.
Ooh.
I know they usually have to get cop cars to be able to enter the facility. Like if someone needs to actually like physically open the door, that's what they have the cops there for.
Anyway, you said we walked through intense cold.
Yeah. As you guys are going down, especially
guys,
those.
Look at my nipples.
Yeah, I'll say Tor. It's almost in like descending order of body coverage, considering Dawn Shadow is wearing heavy plate, with her plate of the martyr. Rook, I believe, is wearing a breastplate. Yep, medium armor. Willow wearing probably studded or regular leather. Actually, you're not wearing any because you're a sorcerer. That's right. Sorcerers are the squishy ones. Yeah, you and Tor not wearing anything, but definitely Willow wearing more clothing than Tor, and Tor just being a bare-chested, barrel-chested man. You guys walk down in. Yeah, it is freezing cold walking through that. You kind of get this like chill up your spine as you pass through this like sheet of darkness. But as you get down to the bottom of the steps, you can see that there is, in fact, lights down here. And you can see that there are these small candles burning. And almost immediately upon you guys getting down to the bottom of the steps, you hear a sound call out from the north. And by north, I'm always going to refer that as the top side of the map. Because goddamn do I hate when maps don't have the cardinals right. You hear someone screaming, "Help! Help!" And then almost instantly just...
Oh.
Time to investigate.
Oh, well, he doesn't need help anymore.
It's true. All right. So
Da-da.
yeah. So as you go up past these, let me give you a little bit of an idea of what you guys are looking at around here. There are multiple hammocks that are hung up between wood beams down here. What should be, what should have been, dozens upon dozens of men are just empty hammocks. To your, I guess, to half of your rights, or to the majority of your rights and to Rook's left, you guys see jail cells. In these jail cells, you can actually see that on the beds, there are cadavers laying there. You just see these bodies in their with catheters into their arms. And their bodies almost look like, before you go past those cells, just hold up there.
Yeah.
As you
Creeping
guys,
my way up.
yeah, as you guys look at these bodies, they almost look like raisins. Their bodies have just been
gross.
drained fully of blood. But it almost, you can see what looks to be like this magical like pump and siphoning from them, and into these small little containers on the ground now. Some of them going up, leading up to that grate that you guys can see on the ceiling that you imagine would lead up to the fountain. And you can see that at this point from the bodies, it has just been this small little trickle. And as you get past there and you look further up into the belly of this, oh my god, why the fuck are those doors open? Wait, why does there not doors on there? Oops. That's my bad. Ignore the light behind the doors. As you guys start to make your way up, you can see that now you are looking at where one of the central mass is. There is a staircase that leads up at the end of these cells, and just beyond that is a few long bench tables. But just past that, you guys can now see and make out the creature that made that sound. As you look through the darkness, let me see who actually can see this. Not Rook. Yes. So from where you are, Dawn Shadow, Tor, and Willow, you guys can't see this, but Rook, you actually see straight ahead of you. Probably about a good 50 feet up, this large, hulking creature, just horrendous in its look, but familiar. This is an alive version of what you saw up in the captain's quarters, and you can see that it is face deep in the entrails of a soon-to-be completely eviscerated sailor. You see, the light in his eye just flicker into death. And as that happens, as you hear that last whisper of breath leave his soul, or leave his body, you see on the back of this creature a skull form out of its fleshy mass as it looks up at you and over at Dawn Shadow, where this light is coming from. And you can see that the skulls on its back almost grin with a grim smile as it leaps forward at all of you. Everyone roll initiative.
Yay. Let's get those low-ass numbers. 6. Called it. Never had an initiative in the double digits, and I refuse to start now.
I do
You can
not
have
like
mine.
that new window
I'll
style.
trade.
You know what? Actually, wait, does it not show that stuff? Oh, it only shows it there now.
Um,
Oh, wait, or does it? What's up?
I just wondered why you said only Rook could see.
That is because from where you are standing, I actually, from what I can see, what you guys can see, I don't believe that Willow would be able to see that creature where it is. Yes.
If their
Let's
light
just
sources
shoot
only
it.
dim out to 30, they won't have anything sight on that.
Yeah, because you guys have dark vision. Yeah, you guys have dark vision out to. Wait, if that's the case, wait, is Willow's vision correct? Yeah, it's showing exactly what you would see. And it's very possible. I mean, it is only that Rook is just able to see this.
Is it just because he's a little bit closer?
Yes.
So not
Yes.
because he has
I've
dark
got the
vision.
dark vision.
Well, I've got.
It's
Yeah. You guys have the
and-
same dark
yeah,
vision, but
from your
yeah.
perspective, it's across the cells on the right side.
Okay,
I would also argue that standing behind Dawn Shadow, who has Stargazer active, as well as a burning candle inside that one room, is probably obscuring your vision just beyond that, because legitimately this thing is right in between those two light sources in front of you. So we'll just say maybe it's part of the glare that impedes you from seeing that. Oh God, I do and I don't like how this new initiative window is. Yeah, we're gonna go back to that. All right, what did Dawn Shadow get? She got a 6.
Yeah.
All right, that means that.
Well, the ambulance is gone, but we still got a lot of cops in the park.
Oh my god.
All right, so immediately upon this thing lunging at you, you actually hear the hearty laugh of a ghost pirate that starts to rush out of the darkness towards all of you. He is going to throw. Yep. So it's going to be made with disadvantage. Dawn Shadow's AC is 21, so that misses. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yep, both of those miss. So you see this ghost, Willow. Since you're next, you hear this shriek. You hear the sound of this grotesque creature that is up further into the darkness than where you can see. You could hear the sound of that man gurgle his last breath. As you hear a ghost pirate just as he launches out from the darkness, and you see 2 blades fly out towards Dawn Shadow, who's able to impose her shield in between them. It is your turn.
What in the
Ghost
wild
pirate.
blue fuck was that?
I tried to hit you.
Not the biggest problem we got. So
Am I close enough? Oh yeah, 120 feet.
I look over at Tor like, what the hell are they talking about? It's like someone's throwing rocks.
Just like pink, pink, right off your armor.
Chill touch at this ghost pirate that I can barely see.
Okay. All right, that is going to hit. If it meets it, it beats it.
My dice are rolling really slow for some reason. Well,
All right. 7 points of damage, and that guy's going to have disadvantage on attacks against you. Wasn't there a way for me to... Yeah, no, don't like that. There we go. Disadvantage. Mm-hmm.
how long does 10 minutes. Concentration. Oh, wait. I was going to turn a spell into a bonus action. Oh, wait.
Okay. So you're not going to quicken anything?
Not this round.
Okie dokie.
I
All right.
was hoping it. I thought it lasts a bit longer than 10 minutes.
What are you... Oh, wait. Lasts longer than 10 minutes? Protection from good and evil.
Yep.
All right. Tor.
Okay. Jeez, that fucker's way up there. That is in range. I'm gonna wing my boomerang at G1.
Okay.
Just make him out in the darkness.
Coolio.
Wow, that's a slow roll. Painfully slow. But that's a hit. It is a Corpse Slayer boomerang.
Ooh, nice. When you hit an enemy creature, it deals an extra 1d8, and they have disadvantage on saves against effects that turn undead. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be 1d6 plus 1d8 plus 3.
Okay, so not the
Ooh.
greatest.
So 6 total.
6 total.
As this thing just lands on the ground next to this ghost pirate.
It's like, ow!
Yeah.
Did you throw a shoe?
Did you throw a shoe?
But I did use my Kensei weapon.
Yes.
That gives me a plus. Oh no, wait, that's if I do an unarmed strike. Scratch that. Oh, I can do Kensei shot. I can make it deal an extra D4 damage.
Okay, there you go.
Take that, jerk off.
You watch, this is going to be a 4, and it's going to be more than your other 2 combined.
Doesn't look like it's going to be. It's going to be a 1, I'll bet you.
Oh.
Yep, it's a 1.
God.
God damn.
That is just rough. So rare that you ever get to use Matilda was from the P5 game. So rare that you ever get to use the Corpse Slayer boomerang, and this thing just like kind of bounces off of him as he just like looks down at it with this grimace.
I would rather have missed, because then it would have come back to me and I could have thrown it again.
True that. All right. Is that everything on your turn?
I'm going to just going to position myself there.
Okay. Still at this point, yet to see what is lurking in the dark. But there is one who can, and that is Rook, and it's your turn.
All right, let me just. He moves up to here so that he's not outside of the 40-foot close range of his pistols.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pain the target, and he casts Branding Smite as a bonus action.
Okay, cool.
And then shoots at the big scary thing.
Gotcha. That hits.
All right, so it takes those 2 damages. The second one is radiant, and as long as I maintain concentration, it is shedding dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Yep. So the other three of you on the other side of these cells, you guys hear the sound of Rook's weapon fire. And as you see this, as you see the explosion come out of the barrel, it hits its target, and further off in the distance, it's still a little difficult to see, but you can now start to see a... oh, wait, there we go. You now see off in the distance that a living version of that thing you saw up in the captain's quarters, as it's kind of thrashing around. Okay, I gotta see something here. Cool. Okay, so that's going to be 25 points of damage. All right. And are you doing anything else? Or no, I guess Branding Smite was your bonus action. Oh, that's right. You get 2 attacks. Sorry.
2 attacks. So.
Do your thing. Yep. All right. So you blast this thing. You're starting to see like bits and pieces of it flying off, and it's kind of recoiling as with every hit. And as this happens, you see that it turns its attention towards you and is going to start running at you.
Oh.
All right, there we go. And we're going to use that. So wait, which one can I do? Okay, so you see this thing jumps forward, leaping at you. As it does, it lands directly in front of you and takes a swipe with its massive claws. As you do, you see this black and kind of like freezing energy rip into you. Let me see if that hits. And you are able to like pull yourself back. As soon as you do, you know, you get this chill over you, and it takes 2 more swipes, but you don't see that energy coming off of its claws now. But you are able to definitely dodge back. The essence, the spirit and patron within your gun, it is almost as if it has a, like, kinship with this. You feel your gun kind of like, sympathizes, in a sense, with this thing as it's starting to attack. And you kind of get in your mind this message of of ending this much misery. All right. From the body that was on the ground here moments ago that was being eviscerated and eaten, you see a spirit rise out of it and pick up the weapons off of this dead sailor and start charging towards all of you. As he jumps up on the table, and he is going to throw some daggers. One is going to go towards Tor with a
post disadvantage on that the first strike.
Shield a creature you can see. Okay, sorry. I had to see if the within 5 feet was the enemy or the target. Okay, cool. Oh, still hits. So that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage to Tor as this thing jumps up on the table, throws a dagger at you. You see Dawn Shadow tries to impose her shield between you and it, but it slips just beyond it. This one going after Rook, which also hits.
Can I deflect that?
Ooh, it is considered a missile. So yeah, go ahead and roll your 1d. Oh wait, it's a 1d10 plus 8. Mm-hmm. Fucking Christ. Okay, don't even roll. Yes, you. Okay, hold on. let me do this real
I
fast.
still have to do the deflect. I think I still have to.
No, you use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile that you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take is reduced by 1d10 plus 8. You only took 6 points of damage. If you reduce it to 0 and have a free hand, which you do, you can spend a key point to attack with it.
Ooh,
Right back at him.
I'll
So
see that.
okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and roll that. This is a fucking cool ass scene.
So everyone familiar with Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
Yes.
So just like when the guy when Pan throws the weapon at Jack, catch it and throw it right back, pegging him in the forehead. Hopefully. Was it just a regular attack?
Yeah, it's gonna be as if it was a monk weapon. So, real quick, go to your
corpse.
you can do that. I would say go to your inventory and add a dagger to your inventory real quick. Equip it and then make the attack with it because that's what it is.
Dagger. Oh, I should go to actually add items instead of searching my
wait.
inventory for a dagger.
It's a you know what? Maybe no. It should be.
Can I just roll the boomerang attack? Well, the boomerang's a +1. I do the bow attack because the bow attack is a monk weapon.
Yeah,
so
it's yes. Yeah, it would be that. It would just be the dagger's damage.
Yep. So I'll roll the bow attack. Oh my god, it's so slow. It hasn't even bounced yet. It rolled under the banner. I can't even see it.
It was a 7.
It hasn't even showed up on my screen yet.
Oh God. Yeah. So what happens here? This ghost pirate jumps up on the table. He pulls out 2 daggers, throws one at Tor, and then quickly throws one at Rook. The one that hits Rook, that one deals 6 points of damage to him. But the one, Dawn Shadow, you go to try and impose your shield between Tor and this dagger, and instead, Tor reaches out around your shield, grabs the dagger out of midair, and then chucks it back, but it hits off one of the posts just behind that ghost pirate. You see his eyes kind of light up.
The post that those 4 hammocks are attached to.
Yes, yeah, right in front of you. Just
that's how shitty that roll was.
And I'm going to assume that Rook rolling was for Hellish Rebuke, but that's not right.
Concentration for the spell he's maintaining.
Ah, good call. Yep. So yeah, you definitely succeeded on that because that would have been 10 otherwise. All right. I had to save my own little thing on my DM screen.
I really want to start putting out candles on that thing's back and see what happens.
Oh, no, I do want to make it clear. The lights, the skulls on its back are not glowing. It is just the fact that this thing is lit up due to Rook's gunshot. I know the picture there does depict them as lit, but they are not lit.
It's glowing as a candle, but only because of the spell.
Correct.
It's already bloody.
Yes. They don't have a ton of hit points. They just do a lot of damage when they finally hit. But it's going to be Dawn Shadow's turn.
All right. So, as I am walking up to this fucking foul-looking creature,
Yep, Hellspawn.
I am gripping my sword really hard, and I'm casting magic weapon on it.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
So I don't know how that's going to how to calculate that in.
So you are casting this on Stargazer?
Yes.
Okay, so what that is going to do is it turns it into a magic weapon, and it gets a +1 to attack and damage. So that would just be, you can go to that that item and customize it, and you can increase the to hit bonus and the damage bonus, or you can just account for it whenever you attack with it. That's up to you.
To hit override, to hit.
Yeah, to hit bonus and damage
Yeah,
bonus.
To hit bonus, damage bonus.
Yep.
All right. Is that? I don't know if that stayed on there or not, but we'll see what happens. So first swing.
It should be a plus. Yeah, it should be a +7 to hit.
Yeah. So 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
All right. So dash swing. So 9 damage on the first hit. Second hit 23
Yep.
with another 9 damage.
Okay, so 18 total. This thing is still standing.
All right.
All right. So, next up, Sword Mimic.
What's his speed? 15 feet? Yeah, it sounds
Yep.
about right.
That little bastard ran up the stairs.
Sorry.
Can he attack it from there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's still within 5 feet.
Get these things out of there. So we're going to do our pseudopod. No, it's bite attack. So
Okay.
+6 to hit for each 5. Okay. 26. 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. So it's 1d8 plus 4 piercing. So 7 piercing damage and 8 acid damage.
Jesus Christ. All right. So you run up to this thing. You take your 2 heavy hits at it. Your blade now glowing with a magical essence. As you do, Schwarzwald is coming up behind you and just kind of like slips underneath you and goes and cuts this thing's neck right where it's standing. And you see its lifeless body falls to the floor. As that happens, Dawn Shadow, you hear a voice in your head. Or actually, sorry, you all hear a voice. You all hear as this thing is dying. Christ alive, I keep saying here. Sorry. You see, as this thing is dying, the eerie sight of a man's face, a vampiric pale face, and 2 of these creatures flanking him with the skulls on its back gleaming with flame.
Oh my goodness.
And then as soon as the blood drains from its neck, you see that this vision is just gone. It's at that point, this guy's going to run up
here
and is going to throw some daggers
Like a bitch.
down at little Schwarzwald, seeing as how that thing just killed that skullbearer. Schwarzwald takes 10 points of damage.
Son of a
As
bitch.
2 daggers just kind of, pierce into this thing's, or into Schwarzwald's amorphous shape. You kind of see it like.
Actually, can I oppose disadvantage on that on the first attack?
Yes, you can. So the first attack was a 16. So the first one would miss, so it would only take 4 points of damage.
All right. Trying to kill my sword mimic.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
All right. The one up at the top here is going to move down, pushes through the hammock, and now that it is in melee range, it is going to attempt to attack at Dawn Shadow.
Hit me. Hit me.
Good. Now I don't have to go very far to kill you.
And this last one is that it is going to target the Mimic.
Why, you son of a bitch. You coward.
4
You
points of damage
coward.
to the Mimic.
Oh no.
You see this this ghost pirate. It's attacking you with its scimitar in its right hand. It takes 2 attacks, and as you are putting up your shield, it's at that point that you see it lunges down, stabbing at Schwarzwald at your feet. Willow.
Well, my target has been become deceased. Well, I guess it was always dead. But anyhow, I'd pick a new one. Probably that same Ghost Pirate G1. Firebolt this time.
Okay.
It rolls very slowly. 18, 15. Oh, 18. 24 in total.
Wait, where did you roll that?
What do you mean, where did I roll that?
Oh, there it goes. Now it finally showed up.
Wow. I don't know.
All right.
I guess that's a D&D Beyond thing. Being real
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
slow. It's not my connection. I'm in the office. Oh, cool.
All right. Takes 12 points of damage. See a blast of fire hits him in the chest. He kind of stumbles back, looks over at you, spits on the ground. Do you have anything as a bonus action you'd like to do?
No.
Okay.
I'm saving everything for that vision we just saw. It's pretty horrifying.
Yeah, to give you guys an idea of the face you just looked at, I think I have him in here somewhere. Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, wait. Actually, I think I do. Is he over here? No. Well, anyway, Tor, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna whack this guy in the dome.
If you guys look at the Rising chat, this is the face you guys saw.
Gross.
Ooh. That's a vampire, all right.
Okay, where was I?
Cool. Yeah, that's a hit. Definitely hits him. Yeah, no, I would say D&D Beyond is acting up because I don't even see Dawn Shadow or Tor's pictures on their character sheets. So there's something messing up.
What's funny too is all my rolls, all the die rolls, visibly looks like it's on a 4 and a 1. Like it doesn't even tell me the result on D&D Beyond.
That's weird.
I can see on Encounter Plus what it rolled.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next attack.
All right.
And the die is also rolling extremely slow.
Yeah, it's slow for me. The die looks
Mm.
like it floats across, doesn't roll, and just
And this
lands on a number. The
and this
roll
one landed
effect's gone.
under the banner, so I can't even see what it rolled. But it
That
looks
was a
like it did.
20, so that definitely hits. I'm going to try it on my side. You see, mine goes immediately.
Well,
And mine's just like very like slow push up.
Mine seem to be working okay. Let me try a roll.
Ooh, I got new dice. Masterwork dice.
ooh,
Yeah, mine's pretty snappy.
weird.
Alright, so 9 damage. And I will do an unarmed strike.
Get him right in his ghost balls.
Go up like
Ghost
two
balls.
massive hits with your club, and then just one punch to the dick. That would be a Actually, that would be a 15 because you have both Schwarzwald and Dawn Shadow flanking, and that is going to cause it to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. I was really hoping that I missed that, because then I could have said, I missed. I never miss. They must be smaller than I thought.
As you connect with max damage because this ghost pirate's balls, actually due to elephantitis, are just that much larger.
Good job, Gwen. You rolled a 19.
Oh, was that Glenn? Was that Gwen?
No, she's got a stuffed 20-sided die that she when she saw the dice, and she rolled another 19. Good job, Gwen.
Nice.
She should roll for you.
So,
All right.
all right. So my armor class is effectively 17.
Gotcha.
You're good at rolling 19s, kid. Now I need to go put this child back to bed. I'm gonna have to step away for a minute.
All right, that's fine.
So,
all right, Rook.
All right, so G1's still up.
Yes. In fact, they are all still up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
try to
thought that.
take out G1. It looks like it took a pretty good hit there. And he'll cast True Strike first.
Okay. Space Jam DVD. Space Jam DVD. Space Jam DVD.
Okay.
It's a good song.
That's not successful.
That is not. Wow. Yeah, that is a nat 1. Unfortunately, even with True Strike.
Yeah, I think 3 would have succeeded, but
I mean,
second shot's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Jesus Christ. You had two. Whew. All right. Yeah. Your first shot, like, you take this shot, and Dawn Shadow standing there with Stargazer is kind of throwing off your sight as you focus in on that second shot and let fire the bullet as it pierces the ghost pirate in the head. I wanted to say, because I did forget to mention it before, the moment that Dawn Shadow and Schwarzwald double teamed the Skull Bearer, the creature on the ground, and killed it, your gun almost gave you this sense of relief.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that thing was, but it might be connected to the plane of shadow, and it was all kinds of wrong.
I got no problem killing that thing. I'll kill it again if it comes back.
2 more.
This guy is going to have to jump down off of the table if it wishes to attack, which, god damn it, that is... no, he would be smarter than that. He would go over there.
No, he wouldn't be.
No.
And is going to... Well, fuck, you know what, actually... wait a second, he would not have... He would not have good... Fuck! You know what, no. He's gonna jump down here. It's that fucking, that mast in the center. He would be attacking Dawn Shadow with like 3/4 cover almost.
He's gonna have to pout that
Mm.
differently if he doesn't want to swing from Schwartz.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he can. I mean, he can pretty much just ba bow.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Schwartzwald's
Kids
all
cause some
raised.
trouble tonight.
Oh
Did I take any damage when this guy came up and attacked?
no.
Yes, 6 points of piercing as he takes 2 slashes with his scimitar, pulls out a dagger. You avoid the slashes with the scimitars, but then he shoves the dagger just so delicately into your spleen. Dawn Shadow.
All
I
right.
feel like that might actually kill me by puncturing my spleen.
Yeah.
Tor,
heal
are you
soon.
okay with that guy?
I mean, I'm just down 6 hit points.
Give you a
So-
thumbs up. Come here, fucker. First rule of combat: protect the clothies. All right, we got.
clothy.
Or the nudes.
You know Rook's carrying a shield and has medium armor, right?
Do you want this guy up in your face taking swings at you?
Not particularly. I'm just
Then don't complain about me intercepting hits, okay?
How big? I'm curious. How big is Rook's shield? Like canonically in your head, I know shields don't have any difference, but it's like a buckler, or is it like a tower shield, or what is he
probably
working with?
height, sort of.
Okay.
Like not tower, because that'd be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
He's not like using a riot shield, but
I kind of had this like sick ass thought of like a gunslinger who also wields a shield that uses it as a mount. Like
I guess it could be like a tower shield that he's using like a riot shield or something.
yeah, just one hand on one hand back here, one hand out here. Yeah, 11 points of damage to this guy.
Well, he takes 15 because it's still +1 because the magic sword.
Oh,
I can't get the +1 to stay on the customization.
Oh,
for whatever reason. I keep trying to edit it.
Reload your character sheet. See if it maybe just needs a reload.
Oh, that did it. All right.
Cool.
Weird, but yeah.
All right.
That's 8 plus 5 is 13.
That is a decent hit. All right. Up next, Schwartzwald.
He's hungry. He's coming in. He's gonna take a bite. I think by this point I should memorize what this attack is. So we got D20 plus 6.
Yeah, but probably it's more than a buckler, but I'd say probably small enough that he's shooting over the top of it. Maybe to steady the gun.
See, I would imagine if somebody was using like a blunderbuss or a rifle or something like that, 18 definitely hits. I would love the idea of using like a shield to rest your gun on.
It's 7 points of slashing damage, 6 points of acid.
All right. Let me see something that wouldn't matter. Okay. All right, 13 points of damage. All right, this one that you are engaged with, Dawn Shadow, it is going to throw itself at you with its flurry of strikes. That is going to just miss. That misses. And that misses. Jesus Christ. All right. Willow.
I didn't know that Dawn Shadow was engaged.
Yeah. With every person she comes in contact with until they die.
How very Black Widow of you.
Oh. Oh no. G3's on my side, so might as well just firebolt him.
Okie dokie.
Use it.
Yeah, so Rook, how many of those attacks would it hit you?
Oh. I got a good one.
Well, that hits. Roll a damage.
Landed. 1 of 4 and slowly turned onto the 14. Wow. Not too
Oh,
bad.
Jesus Christ.
It's
damage.
not max damage.
It's not
It's
max,
pretty
but
good
still.
Still
decent.
more than
Woohoo.
I
I'm
can
happy
do,
with
okay?
it.
I mean, god damn, that's 80% max damage.
It's not bad. It's better than the last time.
All right. No bonus action?
No. I'm good.
Tor, you and the
Um,
little buddy here fighting this ghost pirate. You just see a bolt of fire fly over your shoulder.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and treat this guy like a baby seal.
well,
Oh, God.
No.
Oh boy. Oh.
Do it.
I'm gonna say, "Come here, baby." seal."
When Tor says he's going out clubbing, he doesn't mean dancing.
He's not getting sandwiches either.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Except I couldn't see it because it rolled
Good.
under the goddamn banner. Certainly pissed me off. Oh, you motherfucker. Right now, the
Ooh.
die is on its point. I can see 20, 8, 10, 12, 2. It's fucking bullshit.
Oh.
And the moral of the story is, I don't actually club baby seals.
True. I mean, do you want to use your flurry of blows or anything like that?
I'm just gonna do an unarmed attack.
Unarmed, okay.
Why spend a key point to roll a 1?
Sure. I hate. Okay. Unfortunately, even with that, like your 2 attacks are just faltering.
I think
And,
am I not flanking with Schwartzwald?
You
though?
are, but that would only crank it up to a 13, which is not enough to
Oh.
hit him.
Why did I think it was a +2?
Nope, it's a well. You had a +2 when it was Dawn Shadow and Schwarzwald. It's a +1 for each ally flanking the enemy, up to a +3.
What a weird set of rules.
I know. It's almost like they come from the mind of a madman. Rook.
Him.
Alrighty.
So I thought flanking actually gave you advantage in 5e.
That is the official optional role for flanking bonus. That does require you to be on the opposite side of an enemy or of an ally when you're attacking somebody, though. So Tor would have to be over here in order to get that bonus. In fact, there was a time where I did consider doing that, where you would get a +2 if you were on the opposite side to hit. But I did not.
Yeah, True Strike and G2.
Okay.
So remember I said I was good?
All right. Yeah, definitely hits. All right. Second attack.
Just for variety's sake, G3.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. 2 shots ring out from Rook's gun, blasting both of them. You bloodied G3. All right. This pirate is not too happy. I hate to do this, but
You're going to attack Schwarzwald, aren't you, dickhead?
the little menace is starting to get at these guys. This is going to be a total of 15 points of damage to Schwarzwald.
Good
Do
God.
you have enough hit points?
He's fine for now.
I would have thought a mimic. Well,
As far as I
yeah,
know,
no.
he is down to 21.
Yep. Listen, he has like almost as much hit points as I do. So he's at 21 of 58. He's not.
That's more
He's
than
bloodied, but he's
me.
not great.
I didn't know a little mimic would have so many
Yeah.
HPs.
Tor, you see this ghost pirate. He looks down at this mimic that's on the ground, and it's like he looks down at it, and you hear him go, "You little bastard! You betrayed us!" And he just starts slashing and stabbing at him. And you see Schwarzwald just kind of takes a very defensive stance. Sorry, Dawn Shadow.
All right. I got 2 attacks coming in at G2. First swing. 18 hit.
Yep.
All right. Second swing. 21 damage total.
All right. He is now bloodied. You can hear the sound of your companion back behind you give a quick yelp a moment ago.
Maybe someday I'll upgrade to one of these shields.
All right. And then hilarious. Here, Schwarzwald is about to start. All right, it's gonna go. Schwarzwald now is now gonna go fuck up G3.
Okay.
Oh.
God.
Oh yes.
God damn it.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
This is everything I needed to happen right now.
I think he critted. Lucas, I think he critted.
Yeah, he did. Nat 20, everyone. Schwarzwald, the mimic, got a crit, which means that you are going to roll 2d8 plus 4, and add 16 to that.
That's amazing. 2d8 plus 4. So it's 2d8 plus 4 plus 16.
It's 2d8 plus 20. Because these things don't have any kind of resistance or, immunity or anything to...
Is it dead?
Is it? Yeah, yes, it's dead. You killed it. Do you want to describe that one?
Yeah,
buddy.
after it slaps him around with his sword and then screams at it for being like betrayal, it basically levies its 4 limbs, levies itself, and just spears it right through the chest. And just drives it to the ground, and it's just sort of eating its way out of this ghost.
Oh God, awesome! I fucking love it.
I would have it scamper up the ceiling and drop blade first in his mouth.
Down.
Yeah. So yeah, very, very, very much so. Once he's inside of it, it's a lot like that. It's a lot like when he was up in the pool of blood. You just like, just blood going everywhere. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Good for you. You deserved that one after I targeted Schwarzwald specifically. Oh, man. What a fucking, it's always one of those things when I think about D&D and, like, there's a lot of people that, are like, oh, well, other systems don't do as much dice rolling. I love whenever the dice rolls work out like this. All
That's
right.
bonus
Um,
friend.
So
Doing
this
much
one
damage.
is going to realize that it is having very little effectiveness against the giant armored paladin and is going to go after Rook at this point.
Son of a bitch.
That's one hit with the scimitar, and that is all that's going to hit. 7 points of damage. Rook.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Willow. You
Oh,
just watched through the bars of this jail cell, this ghost pirate push past Dawn Shadow, run up to Rook, give him a quick slash across the chest with his scimitar, but Rook imposing his shield immediately, kind of taken aback on that first hit, and imposing his shield in order to allow the hits to deflect off.
yeah. My firebolt seemed quite effective last time. Just gonna stick with it for G2.
All right, are you going to move up into range?
Oh, I might.
I mean, you can see through these bars, but you would have to
Okay.
move up around a cast. So yeah, you would just have to move
Yep.
up to about here, next to Schwarzwald.
Oh,
Well, Schwarzwald right now is inside the bloody pool that's over there.
gross.
It's Schwarzwald's having a great time. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Schwarzwald is just
Apparently,
is
he
just a
likes
fucking
getting
blender blade right
revenge
now.
as a mimic on all these dead things. Go, I think we're good. 8, 20. No, I just need some decent. We're all right. Oh. But yeah, so I was gonna say after watching those sword mimic of all things, just destroy the ghost. Shoot some fireball at the last one, or
All right.
firebolt.
As you
Firebolt.
blast this one, you see, like I said, you see this thing push past Dawn Shadow, goes up, slashes Rook, tries slashing at him again with a scimitar and then the dagger, and Rook imposing his shield. You see Dawn Shadow turning around, getting ready to attack, but you get into position. You cast Firebolt directly at him, and you see that his chest just kind of opens up into this burnt mass as you destroy that ghost, and combat is now over.
So we all saw that same vision, right?
I did.
2 more of them things, and presumably a master
Yeah.
captain.
Jack
Oh.
Sparrow.
I'm just now like zooming out. This space is much bigger than
Yes, it is almost
we
as if it's
anticipated.
exactly the same size
The
as
whole
the
size
whole
of
ship.
the boat. The whole
Yeah.
boat.
You think of something like that with the
Oh
shield?
my god, yes! Wow! That's
Wait.
exactly what I'm thinking of. I fucking love that picture. That's exactly what I mean. Like a tower shield with braces on the back that you could stand and use as a yes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Fuck, dude, I'm putting that over in the other dungeon. Fuck, dude, that is a cool ass goddamn look.
Now we have to wait for Luke's resurrection to go down.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wait for me to make that a character, a dwarven gunslinger that uses a rifle. Yes, fucking please. All right. So yeah, you guys can, you guys have free action.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say this. You hear from the north as you kill this thing. You know, you ask, did you see that? You hear the sound of a door shutting, like, you know, like the thud of wood hitting wood, just north of where you are.
Just sounds like two guys having a good time.
Thunk.
So in these jail cells are all these look like dead people or
I mean, in the jail
reasons that
cells
trauma.
are dead people. They are.
Yeah.
You can tell that. I mean, they were at one time living. Right
Yeah.
now, they kind of look like raisins, because every bit of blood has been drained out of them.
Right. Surprised there's no fresh ones, to be honest. Guess the pool was brimming. And those candles, they're just regular candles.
Yup.
Okay. There's even another downstairs to this place.
Yep. Looks like it. Those are ladders. They're going down and not.
Yeah.
Another way up.
So they are going down, and same thing that you guys experienced before. As you look down into where they are, you cannot see what is below.
Can I just these jail cells?
Yes.
I mean, we either have to like stick with our light source, the Dawn Shadow sword, or get our own to see, right?
Don Shadow's got a sword. 2 of us have dark vision. It's really just Tor has to figure something out.
Stay close to the person with the sword.
Yeah,
I think we're covered
that's our
then.
goal. We just stay close to our light source.
I mean, if you want, you can go in and grab one of the candles. It's just a small little desk candle.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Are you going in to grab one of them?
Sounds like a trap.
No, I have dark vision ish.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll put away Blood Zombie for later.
What
It's an
does that
elaborate
even mean? But
ruse.
so I become a blood zombie. That'd be funny.
Blood zombies have the ability of Blood Drain. A creature that touches the zombie or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and the zombie gains temporary hit points equal to the amount it drains from its victim. If the zombie takes radiant damage or damage from a magic weapon, this trait does not function at the start of its next turn, although it retains any temporary hit points granted. I just have that in my monster manual on Encounter
Oh.
Plus. I have no intention of that being a thing, so you don't have to worry about that.
So he says.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head for the back here. Front,
All
I
right.
guess.
Okay, north. Gotcha. All right. As you guys start moving your way up, you can see that the space here, instead of having a grate, it is an open drop down into the lower level. Again, that magical darkness kind of just a sheet across there, disallowing any vision or sight down into the bottom.
All right.
And then, yeah, so ahead of you right here, like I said, you guys can see a set of ladders that descend down in. There is a staircase that leads up to the top side, and then directly in front of Rook, you can see that there is a door here, and over on Tor's side, you can see there is a door there.
I'm thinking one at a time here.
Sure. They probably both go to the same room, but sure.
Impossibly.
Well, better to open one of them at a time in case.
All right.
I'll swing the door here.
You swing it open, creaks out. You can hear a little bit of chatter off to your left. You see this green glow coming from over there. And as you peer into the room, you can see 3 green hags standing there conversing over this giant vat of glowing, just concoction.
Shut the door.
Um,
Go
Carry on.
downstairs.
roll me a stealth check.
Please.
Yeah, they as you open up the door, it kind of gives this like, oh god, Stacy just sent me a video the other day about from XP to level 3, and I'm gonna fucking do it. And you hear this like this creaking door open up. You see they all look back at you, and Rook, you kind of have your head peeked in, and they kind of look at you with a little bit of intrigue, and then they just go back to discussing what they have at their pot.
Oh. Let's befriend
All right,
them.
he'll quietly close the door. So there's some folks in there cooking up something, and they don't look like they're gonna mess with us if we don't mess with them.
Let's say hello.
Yeah, as that door was open, the air finally had a chance to waft out of there. It's just this like rancid, putrid smell coming from there.
Well,
How they feed
sometimes
the
you just have
ghosts.
to leave well enough alone.
Okay, as a player, I'm super curious about what's in
I mean, Willow can still
Well,
go in there.
Willow is
Does Willow want to go
less
in?
well off than the sword
I mean,
mimic.
anyone hanging out on the ship with the vampires is probably not a savory sort of folk, but
You know,
then again,
maybe
y'all are hanging out.
maybe
with
they're
me.
against their will, like the poor mimic here. We befriended him. Well, not we. Dawn Shadow threatened it a little bit.
All right. So what do you guys do at this point?
I guess down it is.
Okay.
Maybe they have potions to help us.
Maybe they have potions. All right. I mean, you guys, like I said, you guys can do whatever you want. You guys can go in there. You guys can go downstairs. I just need to know who is doing what.
Well, technically, I'm following Dawn Shadow.
Okay.
So,
Well, if you were all
And
showing,
technically, I'm a member of your crew.
Just
if you're showing
Uh,
such interest in going downstairs, then we will go downstairs. If you
So
don't
I
want to
said
fuck with that
sometimes-
room, then we're not fucking with that room. I'm going downstairs.
sometimes you have to leave well enough alone.
Okay. All right. So, you guys see Dawn Shadow's light from her sword as she is climbing down the ladder. Dawn Shadow, if you zoom out just a little bit, you will see off to the right is where I have the rest of the ship.
Ooh. There's
So you
trees
guys
down here.
head down there. Who is following?
I'll follow
Or
some order.
okay.
I guess.
Cool.
yeah.
All right. So I will just put you guys down there at this point.
Oh,
So, as you guys make your way down into the lower decks, you look around, and in here, you can actually see that there are these trees that have sprouted up. There are kind of dead autumn leaves on the ground. In one of the trees, you can actually see that there is a nest up in the top of it that you're able to see thanks to the light from Dawn Shadow's sword, but from also this glint from her sword, you are able to make out that there are 2 ravens in each tree.
what? Not on the nest. There's somewhere else in the tree.
There's like 2 ravens. I mean, not necessarily directly on the nest, but there are 2 ravens to each tree.
Cool.
As you guys stand here, I'm going to say that it is Tor, you catch this wafting smell, this almost like putrid, sour smell coming from this opening over here. What that is it looks like a rocky, stony facade, and there is an opening there in that section of it that this smell is coming from.
All right. So you guys see Torres's kind of look on his face and crinkles his nose. He kind of lifts his arm and checks his pit, shakes his head, and then kind of makes his way over here.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Everyone roll me a perception check.
I'm just putting her where I feel like she would have stood when she came out.
Sure.
Since Tor
I don't
took
see
the
nothing.
spot that I
Well,
would
it's
have.
not necessarily what you see.
Oh, perception. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, I'm not seeing, hearing, tasting,
I
smelling.
don't know what I see or hear. They're both flashing. 2 and 20 are flashing.
You
So I
got
don't
an
know.
8.
I wish I
8
could fucking.
total.
I should have just taken a picture of it because on my screen the 20 was up on top, but
Ooh.
the fucking 8 was or the 2 was flashing.
So
I'm gonna close Beyond and reopen it.
Probably not a bad
get
idea.
out some actual dice.
Yeah, so Tor, you're still able to smell this. You can't really place it. Dawn Shadow, though, you hit the DC for this. As you're sniffing it, like one thought comes to mind, and this was like some years ago. During the beginning of your adventuring, you were delving into a cave to go and hunt down this undead creature that you were out hunting, and the cave was filled with bats. And this is so reminiscent of that almost immediately signals to you that that's the smell of guano.
Oh.
Spells. Just quick question. You described these trees and the nests.
Yes.
I either forgot or didn't hear. Did you say we can see? Are they that really short and we could see those eggs, or we just see it from like below and we just see a nest?
Oh, you can just see like there are nests in it. I mean, that would be to your discretion to, climb up into the trees in order to investigate them.
Kind of curious about these trees, but did Tor tell us about the bats or the potential?
Well, no, that would be Dawn Shadow.
Dawn Shadow.
Dawn Shadow was the
Oh,
one that
Sorry.
knows that this is the smell of guano.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a lot of bat droppings in there, which means that the cave's probably full of bats. You probably don't want to disturb it unless you had all your shots.
Bats.
You hear as you're standing.
I got a reload.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I got 6 before I got a reload.
As you guys are standing there, you hear a sound come from that cave of just a voice screaming, "Man-bat!"
What?
What?
Screaming "Man-bat!"
Man, yeah.
I know my mic. I always spike my mic. I don't even know if turning off noise removal would help it, because I know Discord has compression. But he screams "Man-bat" very aggressively, whatever is inside there.
That's cool. We don't want any. You can stay in there.
Batman.
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 One to look at these trees cautiously. Do the like ravens or crows or whatever look any more hostile than a typical raven or crow?
Nope, they're just kind of hanging out in here.
Well,
Hey.
are they ravens or crows?
They are ravens.
Oh, Lord.
Wonder what the servants of the queen are doing down here inside a ship.
Because I'd rather face a group of ravens than a
Yeah.
group of crows. 'Cause a
Um,
group of crows is a murder. But a group
That's
Oh,
of
true.
Lord.
ravens isn't unkindness.
Oh yeah.
That's much better.
Yeah, you definitely get a sense, Rook, that these ravens, like when you have that thought, your gun, the spirit within your hex, within your hex weapon, it just kind of is like there's something wrong about those ravens. You're just getting this like uneasy feeling that there's something wrong about them.
Yeah, guys, I ain't thinking these ravens are quite normal.
Well, they're certainly not gently rapping.
Blah. I don't have no way.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
Dawn Shadow, I need to go back upstairs. I did not announce that I picked up my boomerang.
Okay.
Damn it!
Oh,
That takes you
no.
what, like half
Left
a round to
it.
run
Yeah.
there?
I mean, yeah, it's real quick,
Watch
but
out
we
for
have
them.
to say that
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that you were gonna forget about it, and I was gonna have it up there because my second thought, and I didn't capitalize on this whenever I had the opportunity, is I was going to use one of the attacks for the ghost pirate to kick it down the hole, to land it down here.
So
Yeah, you go up, you come down. You get it. No big deal.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna make them. I was just now that I've
Yeah.
come back down. Are these blood trails going to this door?
In fact, there are. As you look, you can see that there are bloody claw marks on the ground leading up to those double doors.
Are these
Whoa!
mushrooms?
What the hell was that? Was it a sneeze? What was that?
What'd I miss?
I don't know. There was like Stacy was really loud in my ear.
Oh.
I'm not sure if she
Sounded fine,
sneezed or.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sorry. I said, are these mushrooms?
Or
Is that something we...
you mean the
right?
oh.
Those things that don't quite look like leaves.
Those are tiny little pumpkins. Those are
oh
cute.
my.
Those are cute little pumpkins. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Cool. So we got pumpkins and ravens.
Ravens and bats. Man bats.
And man bat.
This
Here
room
you guys hear another aggressive yell come from that cave.
I think we need
Have
to
you guys ever seen Waiting? Here's the bat wing.
Oh god. Oh god. No. Damn it, now I have that thought in my mind.
Hey man, bat, you good?
Just be glad it wasn't the goat.
You just hear the name screamed out once again.
Yeah, he's good.
There's almost sounds like a feverish clamor in there for a moment. Essentially the sound of squelching and scratching.
So we got
Scratch once if you're okay, and twice if you need assistance.
I mean, if I was stewing in my own filth, I'd be pretty miserable too.
maybe sword mimic investigate. They won't attack him. They think he's still friendly, part of the crew.
All right, well,
Here we got ravens, man bat, and
I
scary
think we might
bloody
need to address
trail
why
door.
there's a cave and trees on this ship.
It's the only life we've seen, and it's still pretty dead.
what, you've never
I
been
mean-
to a haunted house? They've got, different scenarios.
Scenes.
I mean, to be
With a
honest,
chainsaw somewhere.
a couple trees. This is not the weirdest thing we've seen on this ship.
But for
This
this
is
type
pretty
of
much
ship,
tame by comparison.
that's why everything else is dead,
Well,
and
do we
these are
want to
something like
check
life.
this room
That might
behind
be
us
true,
with
but this
the
is the
claw
only
marks?
thing got any trouble believing is actually on a ship.
Mm.
I mean, a ghost
Mm.
ship, you'd
It's like
expect
I don't want
that stuff.
I don't want to antagonize Man-Bat. I almost want to ask him. It's like, hey, you know what's behind these doors?
Hey, come out
I mean,
here.
you guys can. He's in there. You guys can. It's your
Yeah,
call.
but every time we call in there, he just shouts his name like he's a Pokemon.
Yes.
Pika, Pika.
God.
We need them orbs from them our other games.
Yeah, no. You're not capturing Man-Bat.
All right, we need to pick a direction. Einy, miny, miny, mo.
We want to just like
Can I see what that is in the far corner?
Where do you mean in the far corner? Like down here? Oh yeah. Let me see what you can see, buddy. You're just barely able to make it out, but it just looks like to be a crate.
Ooh.
Basically you guys see that very much like right here, there are two ladders that lead up right here, and then two more that lead down, and another similar grate in the center.
I'm gonna change my token to Dawn Shadow so I can move around and see everything.
God damn it.
it's sort of.
I mean, you can walk around.
Nothing lights up when I walk around.
That's true, because you don't
Started
have a light.
walk around.
Going
We
on
have that
over
dark
here.
vision.
Yeah. Like I said, you guys can, see that there's these 3 trees. There are 6 ravens. As you guys move into the room, you can see that they all kind of like flutter over and they all land on the one tree collectively together.
Can I want a pumpkin.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab one. Assume
Okay.
they're okay. I'm gonna die of poison now.
Do me a favor, make me a dexterity saving throw.
A dex throw on baby pumpkins.
What?
Fine.
Listen, just because they look like baby pumpkins, don't mean they're baby pumpkins.
Well, get close.
Oh
and look
man,
at-
we thought it was Man-Bat, but it was the Hobgoblin.
They'll explode.
And what do I? Can I improve that?
With what?
With being near Dawn Shadow.
What would you
should get
have as a
bonus?
reaction?
Oh,
Trying to
what?
see if you're within
I mean,
range.
an effect has occurred. The only thing you could do would be a reaction.
What is the range of that ability?
I meant
Your
improve my
perception's
roll
10 feet. Is
or
she within 10 feet of me?
Again, that's my
Yeah,
question.
that's
How would
very
you
true.
improve that roll?
By being within 10 feet of Dawn Shadow.
I mean, that is true.
It's
Inspiration.
technically, so you get a +2 to
Yeah.
that.
I was thinking inspiration might.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm
or,
asking.
I keep forgetting how restore balance has to be.
Is
already at
advantage or
disadvantage.
disadvantage?
I keep
Yep.
thinking it allows me to redo something.
And
Oh, yeah. Roll
because we
your
got a
inspiration.
1d6 at the end of last.
Yes.
So
Did I get? She said, or Dawn
You got
Shadow
a
gave a
+2.
+2. And
Yeah. So
then
you have a 13.
I'm gonna add 2 more inspirations on there.
All
I
right.
don't want to be attacked by a baby pumpkin.
You pick up this pumpkin. As you do, you kind of feel like you pluck it up off the ground. The stem breaks off of it, and as soon as you do, it just kind of explodes in your hand.
Ew.
It doesn't deal you any damage, but you are covered in this kind of like rancid, foul, rotting pumpkin juice and innards.
Tasty. Good.
Basically what this is going to do is
That doesn't
this
smell
is
that bad.
what this would do is this gives you disadvantage on stealth checks, and creatures that have creatures would get an advantage on perception checks that rely on smell against you until you wash yourself off.
Where's
did we
some
learn
water?
our lesson about touching stuff?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna try open that crate.
Okay.
Where's the
Okay.
water? Don't I have any water?
I mean, I imagine
Yeah,
you
water
probably do.
skin.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a ton of water outside.
Not
Yeah.
the.
Could take a dip.
I mean, I can. Yeah, not right now. Apparently, it's shark infested.
I've got a crowbar if required.
Yeah, can I use some of my water skin water and try and wash it? If it stinks bad and it's gross like pumpkin seeds are, it's stringy and disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it's as gross as you think it is.
Y- it-
Since
And
she's
wash
standing
myself
next
off
to a
some.
pile of pumpkins, you should have Schwarzwald dive
Ooh.
What? Did I miss
Schwarzwald
something?
dives into the pumpkins and
No,
you.
gross.
All right. Rook, give me a strength check.
Oh God, I check my
You
Big,
you take your crowbar and
it's a
you
big damn mimic.
crash it into this crate. Um,
Wait, what?
you were trying to open up the crate, right?
Yes, but to use a crowbar to open a crate, you pry the
You,
bed apart from the nails.
Oh yeah. I mean that's what. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm
and
thinking.
that's how Tor would use the crowbar.
True, true.
It's not really the correct tool for opening
See,
a
I
crate.
was thinking of it from like the movies where you take it and you pry between the two pieces of wood. Sorry,
He's
yeah.
trying to like pry apart where it's nailed shut, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that, you start to pry this open. As you do, the sounds of the nails are starting to come off. The wood is splintering a bit as you are starting to open it up. You can see inside there is something, but it's as this sound is starting to go off, you actually hear a howl come from down towards the south as you can see coming out from the bottom of this cave that's a little bit further down. Let me see. Yeah. So you can see down there. What catches your eye is the glint of steel as you see a wolf walking out with a blade in its mouth.
Beckett?
Oh, they do.
And it looks at you and growls and starts to bark.
So,
All right. I'll leave it alone then.
is he?
We'll take
Well,
a
I don't.
step back with.
It takes a step forward, and you can see that behind it, another one is emerging from the same entrance.
So,
All right.
was
I think
I
we're pissed
able?
off the sword wolves.
The sword wolves. Was I able to wash myself off?
Yeah.
No, I'm just wet and not stinky.
Hmm.
Cool.
Well, you're wet.
But still stinky.
I mean, that's just a matter
Tor
of personal
pulls out
hygiene.
that.
Rook, what do you do as these things are kind of staring you down?
That's Tor's answer to a wolf with a sword.
I'm
in
gonna
its mouth.
stare them down.
You're going to stare them down? All right. Roll me intimidation.
Oh. You can do it. You said there was the wolves made a noise or no?
Yeah, they howled.
Yeah, they howled.
Oh, wait, we all heard that,
Mm-hmm.
even if we
And
can't
then they,
see the
yes,
wolves.
and then they started to growl.
This just feels like a grim fairy tale just all mashed together.
You stare it down and it just kind of hunkers in, and you can see the hair on the back of its neck starting to rise.
Why didn't we bring a druid with us?
What do you do, Rook? Did you tell anyone else?
Mm.
That we pissed off the sword wolves. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, you did.
I mean, we kind of heard that we pissed off the sword wolves.
Maybe we can give them food, and they'll drop their swords.
That's a good idea. Why don't
Throw
you go up
pumpkin
there?
at them.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna
I'll
come
keep
creeping.
staring them down.
I'm gonna
but
come creeping up over here. I'm gonna have some rations out, and I'm gonna approach this a different way.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Ooh.
I need this to work.
It's not too bad.
1 second.
Boost it.
Because I need this to work, I'm gonna use my inspiration points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use 8 to make that a
Wow.
20.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh.
This thing looks at you, and it slowly starts to creep forward. It's being very gentle in its approach.
I'm going to take my sword that clearly it's seeing this as a weapon, because I am understanding that this wolf has a sword in its mouth.
Correct.
So it
They
knows
both
what
do.
it is.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna place it on the ground so I'm not threatening it with a weapon, and I just have the food out in my other hand.
All right.
So
Since
I'm
we-
looking at a list of things of how to survive.
Since we both rolled 20, go ahead and roll another animal handling check. It's as soon as you are holding out these rations, and you offer them up, and this thing looks at you. God, what the fuck? Well, you were a 14? It was fucking hell. I accidentally had it do that as a private roll, but I also rolled a 14. You guys are kind of having this, like, you and the one directly the one that is directly in front of you, you're kind of having this, like, almost like a standoff. Like, you're offering this food, you are showing that you are non-threatening. The other one, though, is slowly moving up, and that one moves around, and you see that it puts its blade down on the ground.
And I'm kneeling there, food out, not moving. It's like not it moving towards. Is like, if it wants the food, it can come and get it itself.
All right. So this is going to be the last one, because the one on the right has lowered its sword. I need you to roll me one more animal handling check.
All right. I'm gonna barter here. Is there any way I can get a bonus because it is seeing that I am the other one is eating the food out of my hand?
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage for that one.
All right. Cool.
Right about now, Tor farts nervously.
Oh no.
Both are not great.
Unfortunately, the moment, this one on the right, you have your hand out, you're holding out these rations of these dried meats, these nuts, berries, this collective. You hear the echoing yell of Man-Bat scream coming out of that cave. The ravens in the trees flutter and fly about. Your hand, you kind of like jump almost in reaction, and your hand like comes up and smacks the snout of the blade wolf that you are feeding. You see this one jumps back in surprise. The one that you have bumped jumps back, kind of shakes its head, looks at you, picks up its sword, and everybody roll initiative.
Should have gone with the belly rub.
Fucking man bat.
All right.
No, 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 no.
All right. So the one that had the sword in its mouth the entire time, it is going to lunge forward and try to push through Dawn Shadow. Or no, actually, no, it's not. It's not. It's going to move right there. Yeah. And from there, then, yes. It is going to move here, kind of in like a protective stance against the one that is behind it. And you see that it takes its blade and it starts to spin in a circle, almost like a dog chasing its tail. And that is going to require Dawn Shadow and Rook both to make dexterity saving throws. All right, so the two of you throw yourselves back, trying to avoid this. Unfortunately, the blades, this spinning blade, just starts slashing into you. You each take 13 points of slashing damage, and you are both knocked prone.
Is this magical damage at all?
It's not. And then now it can move up on top of the barrel and back and around over into this open space. Oop, there we go. And you do not get opportunity attacks against it. Tor.
No. Oh, it didn't go close to Willow. I was gonna say none of us got opportunity attacks.
You would not have been able to do an opportunity attack because this thing has an ability that it can move when it moves after its sword spin, it can move without triggering opportunity attacks.
All right, I'm gonna make my first attack.
Bop it in the nose and say, no. Bad dog.
Bad
dog.
Now it's showing a 16, but it says a 3. You motherfucker.
Yes, unfortunately that misses.
I'm really starting to get pissed off at.
You can do what Andrew does and roll on the map.
This one's showing a 20. What's it gonna?
That is a nat 20. There you go.
So that one didn't lie. All right.
Again, we'll go with the first number.
And I'm going to spend a key point to make this a stunning strike.
Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be 2 plus 4 plus 8. So that's going to be a total of 14 points of damage. And you're doing stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what is the DC that I have to
14.
beat? 14.
Con save.
Con save. Oh yeah, he you try stunning him and he just kind of shakes it off, steals his resolve as he bites down on the blade.
And then I'm gonna pop him in the nose with my own arm.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
All
right.
And then agile parry makes my armor class 17.
Alrighty then. AC 17. All right. Up next is this one that is down the hall that has just picked up its blade, and it is going to charge up to Dawn Shadow and attack with the great sword that is in its mouth. Fuck, I moved that one just far enough out of range. Well, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I actually hit her.
You have to almost crit to hit me.
Yep. Yeah, and unfortunately that one does not hit, but you are still going to take, 11, and then you're...
I'll take 8 damage.
Yeah. All right. So, Rook, it is your
For a second,
turn.
I thought the second roll, the 20, was the damage. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
All right, so it's half my movement to stand.
Correct.
Or you could just shoot from prone.
Nah, I'll stand up.
Oh, I need to make some concentration checks. He hit me twice.
Once.
Magic weapon. Good call. Well, it would only be the damage. So you would have to, roll a con save, DC 11.
All right.
Or no, it's DC 10. Yeah, DC 10.
First one.
He didn't hit you with the second attack, so. Oh, but you're talking about the original one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I got hit twice this encounter.
Yes. Sorry. I kind of forget whatever. Any time that I hit you, it's like so crazy in my head.
Yeah, so I got a 15, so I saved both of them.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to put my curse on B1 and B2 and then try to shoot it.
Okay.
After this fight, Tor's going to go in the cave and kill Man-Bat Moon Knight style, where all you see is the last punch of Tor punching him to death.
16 does hit.
I'm gonna go yell at Man-Bat, like, you're gonna die for this.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 2 inspiration on that.
Okay. That would cause it to hit. Tropical Sunrise Mountain Dew Energy is not great.
I
Just
can't
okay.
imagine it would be.
Kind of. It's like very floral.
If you're going to do Mountain Dew energy drink, get the Kickstarts, the orange
No,
and the grape.
seriously, cherry lime Mountain Dew Energy, phenomenal. Good cherry taste, like really good lime.
Cherry limes.
It was
Fantastic.
very good, and I very much enjoyed it.
And that's another 6 damage for 2 hits off the curse.
Awesome. That's what I was wondering. All right, you see that one is bloodied, very.
Poor pup.
Willow, yeah, poor pup. You know.
Well, we were trying to make. We had the idea to make friends.
Yeah, and then I had to roll shit, so it happens.
We were doing all right.
This. Oh, yay!
Oh,
It recharged,
yay.
didn't it?
Patience. I was gonna move first. I never moved. God. How many moves? Can I stand on the, or does that like give me some weird disadvantage for
I mean,
standing on a ladder?
Standing on a ladder would require you to have one hand on the ladder, and considering that you have a spellcasting focus, and most of your spells have somatic components, legitimately every single one of them having somatic components, you need to have your spellcasting focus and a free hand.
Anyhow. Guess I'm just standing there.
I mean,
I moved too.
you'd be fine to stand there. I might just also push you down the hole. That would be a fun encounter.
That's
Yes,
actually
I
what I was
definitely
going to
wanna
try to do with the
slide
wolf, but you
down the
further.
I can still see the head of this one coming up, can I?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go with the one that's bloodied.
Okay.
A firebolt.
Okay.
These slow-mo rolls are cracking me up. 12, 18, that's that good.
That hits.
Cool, let's get some decent damage. I really don't want... Oh no, one was a 1, I can't see. Wow.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
What? Hit 3? Why? Did it need
Well, I mean, you
4?
only did 3 damage. I'm just saying that's unfortunate damage.
It's low.
You hit him with an 18. Okay.
What is that? No, what is it?
All right.
DMC.
It is going to be Schwarzwald's turn, which he is pretty far back.
I can't see him, so I don't know what he's doing.
He is just on the other side of the Blade Wolf.
Again, I don't know where that is, so you're gonna have to move him for me because it's total darkness. I can't see him.
How do you? Oh yeah, I guess it is. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 15.
That's fine.
That's right. There's 10.
All right. 20 plus 6.
26.
That is a 20 to hit.
All right, so he takes 11 piercing damage.
I don't know why he went before you. Oh, fucking hell.
7
Sorry.
damage.
Okay. That's 18 damage. All right. Your turn.
All right. Stacy, do you have a weapon or are you only using spells? That's a yes or no question.
She cannot have a weapon in her hand.
All right, cool. So, what is the action for me to stand up and pick up my weapon?
Your action to stand up is half of your movement, and to pick up your weapon, I would give you as a free action in this case.
All right, I'm just gonna do that, and I'm going to use Battle Commander.
Okay.
Rook, Tor, and my Mimic are all going to attack the first Blade Wolf.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Gladly.
Y'all get a free as a reaction. You can all make a single weapon attack against a creature of my choice. I want all three of them to kill that fucking thing.
All right. So Tor, Rook, and Schwarzwald.
Guess what?
Oh my god. Fucking Tor. Schwarzwald would not hit, unfortunately.
All right.
I don't think it matters too much, considering Tor is hitting this thing with a beefy crit. So that's 15, so that's 24 damage total. As you you command them, and just in this like triangulation of attacks, we'll say Schwarzwald swiping at this thing's heels, the Blade Wolf turning around to growl at it as Tor clubs it up the back with a shot ringing up its spine from Rook. Yeah, it's dead.
Can I make another animal handling check? Be like, are you sure about this? Are you sure about the action you're about to commit, Wolf? Are you positive this is the course you want to take after seeing what just happened?
That would be that would be your action. So unfortunately, you cannot do that on your turn right now. But it would be Tor's turn. So Tor could make that choice if he so chose.
Tor can do whatever he wants.
That's true.
Tor is going to. I guess that's the crate there. So I guess here and do its full attack.
And that motherfucker recharged his sword.
Yeah, that's why I wanted it to die. I did not want that to happen again.
Another crit, but a failure.
That sucks.
And his second attack.
Even with your allies, that is not enough to hit.
And then unarmed strike. See how badly I can miss this one by. Oh, is that going to be a 1 again?
Oh, yeah. You run up to this thing like you got this great hit off of the one that was in the center of the room. So you try and slip up next to Rook. You take 2 swings with the club. This one the wolf jumping back, missing, and then you try to get that one last hit in as it just kind of glints up at you. And before you can get that hit, you see that it begins spinning in a similar flurry. I need the 3 of you, Dawn, Shadow, Rook, and Tor, to make dexterity saves.
You both get a +2 to this roll.
So 19.
So 19 and 16. Okay. All right. So that is going to be 17 to that's going to be 17 to Dawn, Shadow, and that is going to be 8 to Rook and Tor.
I'm now bloodied.
And this thing is going to spin, and it is going to jump onto the other side as it's moving up through the room. Rook.
Pew pew.
Yep.
Ooh. 23 points of damage.
That spin trick didn't catch me off guard that time.
All right. Willow.
Oh, plus
Oh,
6 for
6.
the curse.
Ah, gotcha.
Ugh. I was gonna move a little bit. No, I'm gonna freaking stay there. Firebolt and poor.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
All right, firebolt. Yeah, that hits. All right, 12 points. It's
Oh.
bloodied. All right, Dawn Shadow. I don't know why I don't know why it's showing the sword mimic before you, but you are technically first before the mimic.
All right, well, I'm going to stand up because it knocked my ass prone.
Mm-hmm.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Channel Divinity Turn the Tide.
Ooh.
So myself, Rook, and my sword mimic all gain 1d6 plus 2 hit points.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that up.
I'll get 4 HP. Because every little bit helps. And so it was half my movement to stand up.
Yep.
And then we are taking 2 swings at this thing because it wants me dead.
Okay.
All right, first swing. 17.
That hits.
Second hit. Probably gonna miss.
An 11 does miss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
But of course.
Yep, Schwartzwald.
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
So 9 points of piercing damage, 8 points of acid damage.
All right. Hefty 17. Tor.
Okay. I'm assuming that's a hit.
Yes.
That's a miss.
That is a miss.
Something is a miss. And then
That would also be actually that would be a 16. So this one, the Blade Wolf is going to use its reaction to parry that, beefing up its AC, and that's going to cause it to miss.
Like it parried my unarmed strike that does less
Yes.
damage than my club.
Yeah. So basically, you come in, you hit this thing up with the club, kind of shakes it off. It ducks out of the way of your second club attack, but it can see that it's your unarmed strike is going to come up, crack it right in the jaw, and it moves, kind of bats your hand away with the blunt side or the flat side of the sword. All right. Yeah.
I know this one.
Yep, Schwarzwald Tor and Dawn Shadow dexterity saves.
Well, this thing recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I'm
roll
never
another?
going to make this. Let's see here, his is +1, so it's technically +3. Nah, we both failed that.
Oh.
I think
Oh
I
my.
failed too.
All right. So the three of you are knocked prone and you take 17 points of slashing damage. And you see that it is going to back up over top of this opening. Well, of that grate. Rook.
Actually, I don't see it. Disappeared off the screen.
Oh, yeah, I guess for you it probably would.
It's not quite out of range, so I'm gonna take another shot.
Yep, that hits.
+3 for the curse.
All right. With that single blow, you can see that it has this weariness in its eyes. And as you aim, you pull the trigger, you catch this thing right in the face. And it just falls to the floor, the sword just clattering as it lays across this tarp.
All right, that takes me from bloodied back up.
A moment later, you hear the scream of Man-Bat from the cave.
Shut the
Go
fuck up,
yourself,
Man-Bat.
Man-Bat.
Well, that didn't go so well.
No, that did not that did not pan out very well.
Definitely don't want to mess with the man bat before we at least patch our wounds a bit and find out what's in this crate.
Do you go back to the crate?
Oh, I forgot.
He does.
I never
Okay.
opened it.
Mm-hmm.
Healing. Does anybody want healing kit? Healing. It gives you a minimum
Yes.
of 10 HP.
Hey, guess how much HP I have?
Not 10.
It's 10.
Ugh. Why can I not?
'Cause that shit hurt. Fucking
down
make
to-
me do reflex saves. That's fucking mean, is what that is. That's to
down to-
target my AC, not my reflex. You jerk.
Especially, you nearly befriended those animals and they still went after you.
Yeah, even Rook could still use the healing.
I roll 1d6. Christ.
All right, so yeah, you while Willow is dishing out some of the healing from her
I have
healer.
to do an individual roll each, right?
Correct.
I guess I'll start with Dawn Shadow because she seems most worst. Worst off, and hopefully, I guess 6. Oh, cool. So 16. Right, it +4 plus our level.
Yes, healer 1d6 plus 4 plus your level. So yeah, whatever you roll plus 10.
So 16 for Dawn Shadow.
All right, still bloodied, but not much I can do about that.
And was it Rook who wanted?
We all need it. I'm down to 20.
Rook's actually doing better, but he still could use healing.
Well, we'll
He
do
managed
Rook.
to heal a bit off of triggering the Hexblade's curse.
Rook next, I guess, and 5, so 15. And then Tor. This roll so slow. Oh, I only rolled a 1 for Tor.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Is the
I'll roll better. But
so
it's
quick
still
question.
11, which is...
Is a mimic considered a construct or an undead?
Mimics are
It's an
considered
aberration.
monstrosities.
So it's not a construct.
No, it is not.
Okay, cool. If we're gonna be spending time down here, do you think we can go 10 minutes without Man-Bat attacking us, or should we move to a different area for that?
Well, it hasn't come out yet.
We've had a gunfight in here, and we ain't seen no Man-Bat.
Well, if you think we can go 10 minutes, I can cast Prayer of Healing.
I can cover you.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Over the next 10 minutes, shit. Hold on. I have to look at something.
See, we're going to cover you, but she's standing in front of the open staircase.
Okay. Yeah, you start casting this. Over the 10 minutes, Man-Bat regularly screaming his name just every few seconds. And it's as soon as your spell fully casts. So go ahead and roll the hit points for that. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 2 for everyone in the group.
So everyone gets 13 additional hit points.
Well, can I hand mine to everyone else?
No. Know how that works?
I'm just going to pass them around.
Nope. And it's as soon as that spell procs that you hear a loud thud up against the door to the north where those bloody claws were coming out of. And as this is happening, you see two, we're going to say you're maybe all right here getting this. Rook.
Okay, but Willow in front.
I see that.
Yeah.
I didn't need healing.
Well, I mean, you were the one, you guys all had to be like.
But I did give them healing kit.
Yes. So
I
we
would
will
be
say that was
nearby.
all during that. But you guys, got together, you were healing each other. And that is whenever you hear the sound of these doors explode open, and Rook and Willow, the two of you are able to see two of those umbral skull bearers just with malice and hate in their eyes. But something that you notice specifically is it almost, Rook, since you're kind of in line of sight of them, it almost appears as if they are looking just past you directly at Dawn Shadow. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Dawn Shadow.
Yay.
You try to befriend wolves and they take you out. And now you're target for these new
As long as they
troll
don't
creatures.
target my dexterity, I think I'll be fine.
The turnaround for becoming undead on this shit.
It's really fast.
All right. Yeah. We're going to finish it there.